Is this the right place for the party? Can we post? Is there a hashtag?
We're all here because of one man.
You're not on the mainland now, huh? Anything goes!
And on that day, one of the best GTA Online updates was revealed to the GTA community. The Cayo Perico Heist. This is probably, in my honest opinion, and you'll see later on throughout the video, I have to be completely honest and frank here, this is one of Rockstar's masterpieces, and I would definitely say it's definitely up there in terms of quality of the original heists, you know, Casino Heist, the Bikers update. There's so many other updates I can list right now, but I'm just, hitting the tip of the iceberg here. And Cayo Perico, goddamn, it's one of the best updates I've ever played in a long time. Whether it's from the brand new island, location you can visit, although it's only in a heist, it's still amazing and crazy on how much level of detail there is on the island. Or whether it's, just playing the heist finale itself and just having a grand old time seeing how much money you can make. Or whether you're just mucking around in the submarine with Pavel and, well, in the best way to describe it, shooting broomsticks with missiles. I think there's a line or two that Pavel, makes about that, but I don't fucking know. But, yeah. So, today, ladies and gentlemen, this video, we are going to be reviewing the Cayo Perico Heist. I waited a long time to do this video, and I've been holding this off for a little while, and I do apologize, but it's time we get into the cool and warm environments of Cayo Perico, and let's see if its, beloved perception and reception that it was given, and let's see if it was worthy of the title of being the best money-making method for GTA Online, and if anything, the best DLC that GTA Online has received in a very long time. Now let's first get into the things I really enjoyed about Cayo Perico, because this is obviously the good section. So yeah, let's get into the first things I like. So first of all, I personally really enjoy that Cayo Perico has added in a lot of new things. Starters, they've added in three brand new weapons. The heavy rifle, which is basically the AUG from Modern Warfare 2019. The Spaz 12, or really the combat shotgun, that's what it's really called in game, but we all know that's the Spaz 12. Come on, let's be real. And then finally, the Perico Pistol, which, again, let's be real, that ain't just a pistol. It ain't just a golden gun. It's the golden gun from the man with the golden gun. Classic James Bond film. And I don't know why, but not many people really like the theme to that film. It's weird in my opinion, but, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, those are some of the new weapons, and I gotta say, although they ain't gonna be any good in PvP, in terms of PvE, however, I like to believe the heavy rifle is pretty good for close range and long range too. Along with also maybe a little bit of the combat shotgun for close quarters and breaching rooms. However, I don't think it will be taking on the assault shotgun anytime soon. And the Perico Pistol, I think it's a very strong pistol, but again, like I said, I don't think it's going to be beating anything in terms of, combat. I personally think the Perico Pistol is more or less just there for the novelty, saying that, hey, I have a very nice fancy golden gun. That's all I can really think of. But it is a very good gun nonetheless. And let's get into the main meat and potatoes of the update. The heist itself. The Cayo Perico heist is unlike any other heist itself. Instead of being on Los Santos in the mainland, in the words of El Rubio in the trailer, you're not on the mainland anymore. Anything goes. And let me just say, anything does go indeed. That is, in my honest personal opinion, the Cayo Perico heist is one of the most fun heists I've ever had the privilege to play in such a long time. It's so much fun, there's so much replayability, and even, when it comes to your choices and how you pull off the heist, I'll argue and even say that it has more freedom than the casino heist, and in the words of God himself, give me a moment to explain. I personally think, in terms of how you can do your entry, how you want to go do it, like, you know, what style of approach you want to do it. You know, I personally think all of that does matter for a good heist. And the fact that Cayo Perico allows you to, maybe if you want to, you can hop on a plane, pretend to be a drug trafficker, and then arrive on the island, and, you know, let's say you didn't get the weapons bags, you know, and then you end up bringing the guns with you on the plane, you can go loud just like that after arriving on the island on a plane, which I really like. It's really, you know, interesting, the different styles of play in terms of the heist. And you don't have to necessarily go that way. You can go stealthy by using the submarine, which we'll get into in a moment, and you know, sneaking through the back doors of the compound, or you could just do a proper, you know, classic battle royale drop and drop through by, you know, dropping out of a plane. And again, I have to say, Cayo Perico Heist is definitely really fun in terms of its replayability and how you pull off the heist and how you enter the heist. I really like it, and again, I gotta say, solid execution, Rockstar. Now for one thing I kinda want to talk about itself, the submarine. Oh my god. What has happened? Look at my... What? Why is that on my character? I really like this thing. I think the submarine is really interesting in terms of how it was added into free roam. And I guess it's sort of, you know, put to rest the ridiculous rumor about a naval update coming out, because, you know, we got a submarine, which is, you know what, it's alright. And we had a few naval vehicles as well, like the new dinghy and the new battle boat as well. But the submarine, in my opinion, is very, very useful, especially when it's not only just doing the Cayo Perico heist, but also in some of the vehicles you can get from it too. For example, you can get a a new variant of the Sparrow helicopter, which is just a Sparrow, not the Sea Sparrow, the Sparrow, just the Sparrow. And it looks pretty nice. It's really useful as well, in my honest opinion, and I think it's something that can really give the Buzzard a run for its money. But the only problem is it's, you know, locked behind a submarine, which, I mean, you don't have to do anything to, you know, have access to the sub. You don't have to go behind some weird voodoo paywalls and all that. All you gotta do is just go to the music locker and go and say hello to Miguel Madrazo, and boom bada bing, you got yourself the ability to buy a submarine. Now the submarine can its price can vary from 2 million all the way up to 9 million, which fucking hell, which is crazy in terms of pricing. I mean, I have 500 and something million, but still, it's crazy. $9 million for a submarine, if you pimp it out to max capacity. That's honestly bonkers. But I mean, to be fair, they did make the yacht, and the yacht was $10 million, so it doesn't really surprise me at this point. But it's still honestly crazy that this thing is like 2 to 9 million. I'm just like, goddamn, Rockstar. God fucking damn. There's a few other cool things that come with the submarine as well, with the new missiles that are available, which is, you know, for the submarine, along with the heist planning board, and finally the best thing in the world about this update, in my honest opinion, your new colleague, Pavo, which is basically the new fence for the heist. And oh my, I gotta say, I'm sorry, Gus. You were a good dude in the Naturalist update. We were homies. We were one of the few that stood up to Harriet's bullshit. But I have to leave you, my friend, because I found us someone better, and his name's Pavel. Everyone's favorite comrade. Pavel, in my honest opinion, is one of the best characters that has ever been added to GTA Online in a very long time. Just for the sheer fact that he has so much funny dialogue. And who can forget him whenever, you know, who can forget his iconic line when he's like, "Hey, Capitan, what are we going to do today, Capitan? Are we going to shoot down some Presa Mark IIs, Capitan?" It's honestly fun when, you know, you ever hear Pavel rambling in the back of the submarine, or even in the heist itself. It's funny hearing his ramblings about, "Oh, Capitan, make sure you get the right combinations to the safe, Capitan." It's really funny hearing some of his dialogue, and I gotta say, applause to you, Rockstar, because you've added in some very good characters into this update. Speaking of characters, let's get into some of the other characters other than Pavel. Some new faces and some old returning faces appear in this update. Obviously, we mentioned one of the new faces being Pavel, However, there is also some new faces, for example being Miguel Madrazo, the son of Martin Madrazo. He is the new main character of this update. He wants you basically to steal some files that are related to his father's business dealings. And basically that's the main target you actually steal in your very first playthrough of Cayo Perico. You're stealing the Madrazo files. And yeah, you're basically doing it for Miguel and, and also for another returning face too, Patricia Madrazo, as she's also in the update. Which I was pretty surprised about. I was surprised that she returned for this update. But it's still cool nonetheless to see that Patricia's still around doing her thing. There's also some more returning faces too, with English Dave, which was pretty cool to see him again after Hours, and I know there was a lot of people that didn't like him, but I was one of the few people that did like English Dave. And, I thought he was pretty cool. There was also some new characters as well, that were just minor, in terms of minor roles. However, one of the biggest new characters that was added into this update was El Rubio, the main man himself. The man we are robbing in this heist. El Rubio is, honestly in my opinion, one of the coolest villains that was ever added to a GTA Online update. As, unlike the Duggins from the casino updates, he actually felt like he was an honest threat throughout. Whether it was through preps or even the actual heist finale itself. It honestly felt like you had a threat looming over you, and you didn't know whether you were going to pull off the heist rightly or not. Which is why I kind of really liked El Rubio's character. And one thing I also really like about him as well is there's a theory that's going around the community that people believe that El Rubio could actually be related to the German family that you save in RDR2 in Chapter 2. When I first heard this theory and I first saw a lot of the RDR2 references around El Rubio's compound, this blew my fucking mind. Because it actually does sort of make sense, because El Rubio does mention in one of the cutscenes that he has German heritage, so it couldn't be too far off to think that El Rubio could actually be related to the German family from RDR2. Maybe, one of the kids from the German family might have, moved down to Colombia and, invested in the gold business down there, because at the time, I believe, Colombia is very wealthy in terms of its resources of gold. At least for what I know online and some things I heard. If anyone's from Colombia in the comments, please do correct me if I have mistaken this. But what I do know is that people believe that, El Rubio was using the gold business from the German family as more of a money laundering sort of scheme to launder the bad money from his drug dealings and, make it look clean with the gold. Hence why there's a lot of gold in the compound. And if I'm being honest, that's a very good theory. It's a very, very good theory indeed. Now, moving on from the characters, we are now going on to the main attraction. No, not the heist, silly. We're going to be going to Cayo Perico. Yes, Cayo Perico. I want to talk about the level of detail and I'm sorry for saying detail like a posh cunt, I'm sorry. But I want to talk about the level of detail on Cayo Perico itself. It is so fucking beautiful. Honestly, and this is me being real, the fact that this update was apparently made at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic that's currently going on at the moment, it's honestly amazing how Rockstar pulled this update off. Take note, Red Dead Online. Oh wait, Rockstar made that one too. Yikes. But the level of detail on Cayo Perico is absolutely immaculate. And I gotta say, Rockstar knocked it straight out of the park in terms of the variety of Cayo Perico. Now, originally when I first thought about the new location, I originally had the idea that it would have been a channel island off the coast of California, as it seemed fairly logical. I mean, it wouldn't take that much work to add, to the game. It would only be a little small area. However, I was pleasantly surprised that it was not just a channel island, but it wasn't off the coast of California. No, it was off the coast of Colombia. which is essentially where pretty much the heist takes place. You are doing the heist in basically an island off the coast of Colombia, which is pretty cool, and it does not really surprise me that, you know, a drug lord would own a private island, as we do know that there are a lot of, you know, very interesting individuals that have a high amount of money that have owned islands. Specifically a bloke that killed himself allegedly in a prison. You know, the cameras went off, but well, let's not talk about that for a moment, in fears that I'll probably get taken down from YouTube. But yes, Cayo Perico is owned by a drug lord, which does not really surprise me that it would be an island owned by a drug lord, because if you know your history, you would know that South America was very, very, very common at the time, especially during the 80s, like, you know, during the early 80s specifically. It was a hotspot for drug deals and, you know, drug dealers and cartels alike down there, specifically in Colombia, Chile, Argentina, Brazil. I think those are the main ones I'm listing on the top of my head, but essentially South America was the mecca of drug trafficking around the 80s, and it wouldn't surprise me that there's, you know, still cartels out there, you know, in little bubbles down there in South America, which, you know, comes into the character of, like, El Rubio. El Rubio is, you know, possibly, you know, working on a new family, you know, the El Rubio family, which is how he got the possessions of this island and, you know, obviously the money. People think that he might have gotten the money left over from the gold shares of RDR2's German family, because obviously the theory earlier, you know, the German heritage and all that. But yeah, getting back into the island itself. It's honestly really beautiful, Cayo Perico is. And I know you play in it for the heist, and also you can technically go back after you complete the heist, but that's only in the party area for where El Rubio has the party guests and all that. But I still like the level of detail, whether you're doing the planning prep mission, you know, whether you have, you know, the DJs or, you know, the drug traffickers, or whether you're doing the heist itself and you're looking around at the beauty. There's so many cool Easter eggs on this island. I really think a lot of people will dig. And one thing I really do like as well is that there's a little reference to a certain old folklore legend in the old British Isles, specifically about a Loch Ness monster? Yeah, apparently he's here. Not sure why he's all the way in Colombia, you know. I'm not sure he's all the way down here, but maybe, I guess, he just didn't like Brexit. That could be the case. But yeah, the Cayo Perico heist and Cayo Perico itself is honestly amazing. Cayo Perico, in terms of its sheer beauty, and especially when you're doing the preps, it's always nice to look around at your different entry approaches and have a look where a few different lootable stacks of, you know, cash, gold, weed, coke, or artwork is at. It's really nice to see how much extra money you can get. The only real problem is that I'll talk about in the heist is what we'll get into when we get into the bad section. But to close up the good section, I'd like to say, you know, this is a very good heist. This is a very good story as well, and I'd say, yeah, definitely one of Rockstar's best updates in a long time. Now I've you know, finished praising the update and making it out to be the best thing in the world. Let's get into the bit where I believe some people probably usually tune into. Let's get into the bad section. Alright, now we're into the things that I didn't really like about the update itself. So, first of all, I want to get this one out of the way as quick as I can, because this thing, in my opinion, this thing is sort of pointless, but I guess I have to bring this up because that's how I don't know. Alright, so, the first thing I didn't like about this update was the music locker. I want to ask everyone a quick question, right? Who asked for this? Honestly, who asked for this? I want someone to legitimately tell me in the comment section who fucking asked for this. The music locker is literally the most pointless thing to be, I guess, added to the game. Every time I go down here, no one's there. And that's when I'm playing in fully populated lobbies. Everyone I see that is in the area at the Diamond Casino, they're all just chilling in the main floor, in the casino. Not down here in the music locker, you know, where they could be bopping their heads to some music, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, this is honestly pointless. Rockstar didn't even need to add this. In fact, the only reason they really added the music locker is just so it's extra time, I guess, for you to go down the stairs and then talk to Miguel. But it's still pointless. No, you're never going to go down here after you've, you know, done the intro cutscene for Cayo Perico. And it's literally just pointless. There's no reason for this to have been added. Now, the only thing when it comes to a nightclub I can really legitimately think that people would have wanted to be added was Bahama Mamas back in like 2015 or 2016. We never got that. You know, the only way we can get into Bahama Mamas was through glitching. And, you know, no one really, like, people were asking for it, but I don't think it was as big an outcry for it, you know. And if I wanted to go to a nightclub in GTA Online, guess what? We have a business named after the nightclub. If I wanted to go dancing, you know, to the night, listening to some beats, I would go to my nightclub. Well, really, I don't actually do that. I just put on Spotify, I listen to some music, I listen to some fucking Lil Peep while I'm playing this game, and then boom, that's what I do. Instead of going to a club in the game, I just listen to some music and I just fucking drive around or just do preps, you know. I'm sorry, but the music locker was completely pointless. Alright, so I think we got that little tangent out of the way. Now we can get back into things that actually matter about this bad section of the video. Like, the things that actually really, I guess, sort of bummed me out, or really annoyed me as well, about this update. Alright, so, here is the first real thing for the bad section of the video. So, first things first, Cayo Perico, once again. Now, earlier you may have noticed, this was in the good section. You might be confused, you might be like, Kane, what? Cayo Perico was just in the good section. You're praising it for how amazing and well designed it was. Well, there's also another thing that kind of annoys me about Cayo Perico, and that is that it's inaccessible in free roam. The only way to go to Cayo Perico is through three ways. Either the first way is going to Cayo Perico by doing the prep mission, which is the starting prep for the Cayo Perico Heist, where you look into the vault and see what's in El Rubio's vaults and see what you're going to be stealing. And then obviously the second way is through the heist itself. And then finally the third way is just going onto a little plane and going to the party area. Now technically, yes, you can sort of go to Cayo Perico in free roam, but you can only go to the party area. You cannot go beyond that area. You cannot swim out of that area. You cannot leave the party area. You can't go look around, see what's there, see what's not there. And it's unfortunate as well because there's so much like hidden stuff on Cayo Perico. There's so many Easter eggs. It's so amazing in terms of its detail and design, but Rockstar completely blew this, amazing island. They blew the potential of it and just left it as a heist feature only accessible through the heist. Now, the reason why I'm annoyed by it, and I'm not annoyed by, let's say, being able to go to Avon's, missile bunker, or to the vaults at the Diamond Casino, is because it makes sense. It makes sense that you wouldn't be able to go to those areas because obviously those areas are, they are mainly for that heist, Now, someone might say, oh, but that's the same thing for Cayo Perico. Well, Cayo Perico really, for me, I like to believe, is like a tropical island. A tropical island is what a lot of people can have a chance to go to. I mean, fuck it. I mean, if I wanted to, well, before the pandemic or even after the pandemic, I could hop onto a plane to Cuba, Puerto Rico, Guam, Hawaii, Those are all nice islands, But, Cayo Perico, I can't? Like, what's up with that? Now, I understand why. At least with the PS4 and Xbox One ports of GTA 5, and that's because when you are on Cayo Perico, the frames, they do drop quite a lot sometimes. In fact, they, oh boy, they go through a very painful experience, as I noticed when I first played the heist on launch day with UG Outlaw and it's fantastic. When we first visited Cayo Perico, the frames were significantly starting to drop sometimes, but we try to ignore it and just enjoy the island for its pure beauty. And if I'm being honest, that's what I mainly do whenever I'm on Cayo Perico. I try and acknowledge its pure beauty. But, you know, Rockstar doesn't want us to go to Cayo Perico, I guess, in free roam, I guess. They don't want us to go around the actual whole place, which is unfortunate. This place has so much potential. I mean, hell, imagine if this was like used for game modes, you know? I mean, I know I could be one of them idiots and say, "Oh, GTA Battle Royale coming soon." I doubt it. I doubt it. But I mean, Cayo Perico could be used for, like, you know, game modes or missions maybe, other than just going to do it for the heist. But no, I mean, you just go there for the preps, and you go there for the finale. After that, you just never go back to it, unfortunately. It's a shame, though. It is a shame. For the biggest update ever, you would have expected it to, you know, be in free roam, because that's how Rockstar essentially described it. But ah well. Maybe on the PS5 and Xbox Series X port we might finally be able to see Cayo Perico in free roam. Maybe because, you know, PS5 and the Series X, they might be able to handle Cayo Perico compared to a PS4 or a Xbox One. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. The next thing that really annoyed me about the heist is the evolving loot. Now, I originally praised this idea in the casino heist when that first released because, well, I like it. It gives you a chance of knowing, you know, whether you're gonna get gold or paintings or diamonds, you know, or cash. It gives you a chance to think about, hey, what loot do I want, you know? And if I get a good loot, I can just do the heist, you know? But my main problem with the Cayo Perico's evolving loot, and yes, I do like the idea of evolving loot in a heist, but my main problem is the RNG, especially on some loots. At this current point in time, I've played a couple of Cayo Perico heists, and I have yet to gotten the bearer bonds or the pink diamond. All I've gotten so far is the necklace twice, the Madrazo files obviously, because I've, you know, I get that, you obviously get that on your first run always, and the one loot I always seem to fucking get is the fucking tequila bottle. That's all I ever get, that's all I ever see. Nothing more, nothing less, just goddamn tequila! It's like Rockstar's trying to fucking torture me for the drinking streams I did in the past. Like, come on, Rockstar, stop giving me the tequila! Like, come on! You know, I don't want the tequila. And, you know, it's really annoying. I mean, here's the thing. Ordinarily, I would do what I would do with the casino heist, where I would just cancel the main heist and then just do it again, like, for the main prep. But the problem is, it takes such a long time to get to the communication towers in Cayo Perico without getting spotted by the guards and all that. It takes so long that it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it at all. I mean, I'd rather... If anything, you might as well just suck it up and just get that damn tequila, only to get another goddamn bottle of tequila. Like, that's basically it in a nutshell. And it's really annoying, if I'm being honest. Now I guess someone might pull in the old Uno reverse card sort of meme, and they'd be like, "But Kane, it's RNG. You never know what you are gonna get in the vault." Well, for me, whenever I play, I feel like I'm really unfucking lucky. I know I've seen people that have gotten pink diamond after pink diamond after pink diamond, you know, but I always seem to get fucking tequila. I don't know what my game... I'm at the point where it's like, is my game broke or something? I know it's probably not. It's probably just me having shit luck. But it's really annoying. And I like the idea of the evolving loot, but I feel like it just didn't work here, if I'm being honest, because it just got annoying. You know, like, hey, 1 second you get fucking, you know, the good old fucking pink diamond. The next second you get fucking big chungus. It's just annoying, if I'm being honest. All right, it's just annoying. But, I mean, there are other evolving loots as well, like cash, coke, weed, and all that spawn around the compound or the island itself. And we'll get into the next issue I want to bring in, which is one thing that really does annoy me about this heist, which is one thing that kind of holds the heist back for me. Limited bag space. Now, I understand why this was added. The limited bag space. I completely and firmly do understand why Rockstar added this into the heist. Mainly so we couldn't make too much money from the heist and essentially make it become the god sense way of making money in GTA Online. Like, it's the easiest 2 mil you'll ever make it alone. I completely understand for solo. Co-op, I'm not so sure, if I'm being honest. But here's how it essentially works. When you are playing the Cayo Perico Heist finale, you have limited bag space in your bag. Unlike in Pacific Standard or the Casino Heist, this time your bag is going to end up getting full if you put too much stuff in. There's a special compartment, however, for the main loot, so if you're getting tequila 453 times, then hey, you're in luck. That tequila's going to be in the bag for you. You won't have to worry about, you know, keeping space ready for that. Now, how this works is each of the 5 loots you find around the island will fill up space in the bag. So they all take a certain amount of space. So for example, cash takes the least amount of space with, I believe, 25% space. Weed takes 35% of the space. Coke and artwork both take 50% bag space. And gold takes 66% of the bag space. Now, most people would be thinking, should I just go for the gold then, if I'm playing the Cayo Perico Heist? In co-op, abso-fucking-lutely. That is going to give you a lot of money, and it's going to really help you out with the payday. However, solo, you cannot even get to the gold. The gold is completely locked behind doors that you need 2 people to open. So on solo, what I would recommend is, if you're lucky and a painting spawns inside of the office of El Rubio's, go get the paintings. If, however, you don't get that luck and the paintings are just inside doors that are locked, you know, for 2 people, then plan B, go for the cocaine. The cocaine takes 50% of bag space just like paintings, and it's also very good for the profits as well. But it's personally your honest choice. For me, however, I don't know. I mean, I don't like the fact that it takes, you know, this heist is, I guess, fairly, you know, limited when it comes to the money making. I understand, because back when Rockstar released the casino heist, everyone was making so much money from it. They were making like $3 million almost because of, you know, gold and daily vault and all that. And hell, when diamonds were available in the vault, damn, it's like Rockstar want us to make a lot of money in the casino heist. So I completely understand why Rockstar added in the limited bag space for the heist. However, it doesn't make me not like it anymore. I personally don't like it, but I understand why. Mainly because of prior heists and prior missions, you know, when it comes to money making. So, yeah, I understand the limited bag space. Doesn't mean I have to like it, though. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is the English Dave and Tom Connor missions. Now, the English Dave ones I want to talk about first, because these are the main ones. So, after you complete the Cayo Perico Heist for the very first time, English Dave will start calling you again, just like how he used to do with the nightclub stuff. Except this time he wants your help for the parties on Cayo Perico, whether it's getting rocks, pizza, or merch. That's basically it. You gotta do these tasks for him, and eventually he will reward you with a free BF Weevil, which is basically based off of the Volkswagen Beetle from, you know, Germany. And I'm sorry, but the livery you get on that fucking Beetle when you first get it is like, this is someone that deliberately butchers their cars whenever I customize them on stream. This car looks disgusting with that livery on when you first acquire it. But I guess it is worth it for the reward of getting the Weevil. But the problem is the missions themselves that you get for English Dave. My problem lies on their cooldown. You have to wait 8 hours, not in-game hours, 8 real-life hours to play the next mission for English Dave when he gives you the call about the missions for the parties on Cayo Perico. 8 real-life hours, and it's all that for a car. I guess it is. Granted, it's worth the reward, but still, 8 hours and the missions aren't even that fun, if I'm being honest. And the thing is, the problem with those missions is, like, you don't know when you're gonna get them. And another thing is, you have to be an MC, a VIP, or a CEO to know when those missions are going to appear. Because otherwise, English Dave will just refuse to call you. Which is really annoying. It's really, really annoying. And I'm sorry, but come on, Rockstar. 8 hours? That's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. But I guess, again, the reward is worth it, but still. You have to wait that long, and the missions aren't even that fun. I played them I played them a few times. Like, I played the pizza one, I played the merch one, I played getting the rocks one, and I'm sorry, but they're boring. They're so boring. And don't think the Tom Connor missions are any different. If anything, I think they're probably even more worse than the English Dave missions. All they really do, all the Tom Connor missions are really, it's just either go get this car, go get this truck filled with champagne and try not to crash it. That's all it is. There's nothing fun. It's nothing like, you know, energetic, I guess. Nothing hype, you know, fast paced. It's just, hey, get some champagne. Hey, get this faggio, would you? You know, like, would you? It's so fucking boring. His missions are. I'd arguably even say they're more boring than the English Dave missions, because at least with the English Dave missions, you don't have to do them, and plus, when you finish at least 3 of them, you get the Weevil, so you actually get some form of reward for your suffering. But for this, it's just, hey, do a mission. That's all it is. And it's rubbish. It's rubbish, and you don't even get paid that much. You only get paid like $5,000. I mean, $5,000 in this game nowadays, that's chump change. That's a fucking t-shirt, that is. Like, that's nothing. Now, maybe back in 2014, yeah, 5k would be, you know, that'd be pang. That'd be pretty good. But no, this is 2021. Like, fucking... That ain't gonna help you, you know, make your big money anymore. Like, I'm sorry, but it's not worth doing the Tom Connor missions. So anyway, I think that is it for the bad section. I know it's been fairly short. Some of these, you know, the good and the bad has been when it comes to my opinion on the heist and all that. But, you know, I like to believe I've given some very good reasonings for why I feel the way I do on certain things. So now I guess let's get to the conclusion of the video. In conclusion, I think the Cayo Perico Heist was a very solid addition and a solid update as well to GTA Online. I think Rockstar did a phenomenal job on making Cayo Perico, you know, and it's the heist itself as well. I think they did a phenomenal job on how they executed it. And I guess in the words of President Joe Biden, it was, you know, the Fang! Ain't that right, Sleepy Joe? What? Anyway, so get out of here, Joe, anyway. So, getting back into the subject, I think it was a very good update. A very, very good update. I gotta say, it was a... You know, I'd say it's probably the best way of making money now in terms of solo play. Mainly because, you know, if you want to just do it, an easy way of doing it solo, just do the submarine method, go through the back, you know, drainage tunnel, and then just go straight to the vault, get, you know, coke or art if you find any, and then boom. That's not only easy, you know, 1 mil, but it's also an easy extra elite challenge bonus too, if you're fast. So, yeah, the Cayo Perico Heist is really good for money making, and I think Rockstar has done a phenomenal job of it, along with the fact that they apparently made this entire update during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. I think we need a fucking round of applause for Rockstar, because it was a phenomenal job. They did a phenomenal job, and I gotta say, the speedrunning aspect as well for Cayo Perico is also really awesome as well. A lot of people are trying to see how fast they can pull off the caper, and you know what? To those that are trying to get the world record time, good luck, fellow heisters, because I got faith in all of you. I got faith in every single one of you. I'm proud of my 37.19 seconds. I am. Okay, mine was a terrible run for the heist finale, but you get my drift. A lot of players are, you know, enjoying speedrunning it, so I gotta say, you know what? I'm happy you guys are enjoying it, fellow speedrunners. So, yeah, I guess that's really it for the main thing. I mean, Cayo Perico does have some problems as well. For, you know, one, obviously, it's not really, you know, you can't really, you know, go to Cayo Perico. It's not really accessible in free roam. But I don't think that'll be a problem very long, as I believe that possibly later, maybe in the PS5 and Series X port of GTA Online, I think that little issue might be vanishing very soon, and we might be able to see a lively and very environmental friendly, you know, version of Cayo Perico. We're going to see a very nice next gen version of it soon, which is going to be amazing, because apparently GTA 5 on the PS5 and Series X might have RDR2's graphics, and if that's true, now that's epic. Cayo Perico will look pretty much like Warmer, but probably even better than Warmer. So yeah, let's hope that happens when, you know, that port of GTA 5 releases. But yeah, I gotta say, solid update, and let's go into my quick listings of all of the heist updates for GTA Online. So at number 4, I have to put the Doomsday Heist at the very bottom, mainly because of just how difficult and unforgiving it is in some areas, especially in the Act 3 finale. Now, it is good for, you know, some of the vehicles that it added and all that, so it deserves credit where's credit's due, but ultimately, I didn't really enjoy the Doomsday Heist that much. However, my fellow griefers might enjoy it for the orbital cannon. But other than that, I think Doomsday was... no. It just wasn't there, Chief. It just wasn't there. Number 3, gotta be the classic heists. It would have been a sin for me to put it at the very bottom, but, you know, it is very dated compared to nowadays with, you know, Cayo Perico and the casino heists, you know, way of doing heists. But I still think the original heists were very solid in terms of gameplay and, you know, replayability, especially, you know, Pacific Standard or Humane Labs. I really enjoyed them because of how action-packed they were. Not necessarily because of the money, mainly just because of the fun and replayability of the missions. Some of them are really fun, some of them were not. Number 2, Cayo Perico. You've already heard my reasonings in the video, and you know what? A quick overview. Brand new island, brand new heist, and it's really fun for speedrunning too. So that's basically like the holy trinity almost of a perfect heist, you know. New location, a new heist obviously, and also if it's fun to speedrun as well. And also because you know, you can play it solo. So that's another, you know, tick in the box for Cayo Perico. And finally, number 1 has to be the Diamond Casino Heist. You know, in my opinion, there's no way Cayo Perico could ever take on the casino heist. It's like the 1984 election. I'm sorry, but Cayo Perico, you're basically Walter Mondale. You could not take on the Ronald Reagan of the heists, which is the Diamond Casino Heist. Diamond Casino is just really fun for money making, and it's also really fun in terms of, you know, how you're gonna pull off the heist, what you're gonna do. But it's, you know, I can admit that it can get a little bit annoying and boring you know, after playing it for so long. but I'd still say it's a solid way of making money. However, Cayo Perico does, win in the money making aspect because you could do it solo. But it's still a fun heist. Alright, so that's it for today's video, and I want to thank you all for watching the Cayo Perico Heist review. If you did enjoy the video, please do let me know down below if you did, like if you agreed with my opinion or disagreed with it. As long as you keep it civil, keep it civil. Let's not start World War III over an opinion. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching the review. I like to believe this was probably my biggest and most ambitious project I've ever made on the channel. And yeah, I really hope you guys somehow enjoyed the video. And if you did, hit the like button. And if you didn't, hit the dislike button. I just want your honest opinion at the end of the day. And if you're new around here, sub to the channel. We're on the road to 2K. And if you want me to make more projects, do more video projects like this in the future, I guess let me know, because I really enjoyed it when I made Rise and Fall of Red Dead Online. I really enjoyed it as well when I also made the Naturalist review, and I really enjoyed it. I think I like to believe I did a great job. Same with the Naturalist Roll guide, along with the the legendary bounty guide I also made too. But I want to thank everyone for watching the video today. The next time you'll probably see me do a big project like this is probably when the next big GTA update releases, or when the next big Red Dead update releases. Again, I want to thank you all for watching, and yeah. Some next things I want to talk about real quick here is actually about the channel, so yeah, I guess if you want to stick around for this bit, stick around. Feel free to. Okay, so regarding the channel real quick, I would like to quickly say, I'm going to try and work more on videos, I want to try and make more videos, and, I want to make sure they're very good. I want to try and, make them, whether it's big projects like these or just normal videos in general. As I kind of enjoy making videos again. I have the little spark, if you will. I still will be live streaming on the weekends, obviously. Don't worry. They ain't going anywhere. But I don't want to, spam the sub box with streams every day. Personally, if you know how I work and, how I do my streams and content, I don't like forcing, throwing unnecessary spam into the sub box and making it just an absolute mess for everyone. And, I try my hardest not to. And you guys often, like the stuff I put out, and I truly do appreciate everyone, for giving their input and how they like the content and how they, think the content should be made. I do listen to viewers, and in fact, I often talk to viewers on Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, do feel free. So, link in the description. But I do my best to try and read comments as much as I can, and take in criticism or feedback, or I try and improve, if you get my drift. And yeah, with this video, I hope this is the combination of the Naturalist review and the Rise and Fall of Red Dead Online leading up to a big moment like this in terms of my editing skills for a video. So yeah, next time you'll see a big project like this will probably be when the next big update releases for either Red Dead or GTA. So bear with me when that happens. It won't be for a small one, if it's just oh, there's some new shoes or some shit. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be if it's a massive update with a new map, or a new gameplay feature, something breathtakingly or new, or basically if it's something like this, like a heist almost. And I do want to apologize for not actually making a review for Red Dead Online's December update. I most likely will not be making it. Still, I personally did not enjoy the update, for those that know. I actually made a little rant video talking about the update, but if viewers have a high demand for that review, I most likely will make it, but only if there's a high demand for it. If not, then you won't have to worry about it. But yeah, that I guess is the little thing regarding the channel real quick I wanted to put in here. And Would also like to thank Fat Chinese Gaming real quick for making the thumbnail for the video. He's done a phenomenal job at it, and you know, I want to again just express my gratitude and appreciation for him putting time out of his day for just making a thumbnail just for little old me. I really do appreciate it, Chinese Gaming, and if you guys haven't already, sub to him. He's a really good dude. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for watching the video. I really do appreciate you all being here. Again, you know, like I said, if you're new around here, you know, sub to the channel. We're to 2K. Like this video if you did. Dislike it if you didn't enjoy it. You know, I just want your honest opinion at the end of the day. Again, join the Discord, follow me on Instagram, and yeah, as always, it's been me, Kane, and I'll see you all in whatever I do next. Bye, guys.